That's a wide body beat. That's a wide body beat. That's a wide body beat.
Panther Nation, what's good? Welcome back to Carolina's Armchair GM. I am your host, CJ. Hey, it's a great day in the Carolinas today. It's a great day in the Carolinas. We are college football starts in about an hour and a half. That's why I'm live so early, so I make sure that I get on here, get my 2 cents out the way, so we can all go and enjoy some college football today. But today is also a special day. I have made it around this earth 43 times, and today is your favorite armchair GM's birthday. All right, and I'm happy. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad for all y'all to join me. It's a good day. Still some things going on, but I'm happy to be here. I want to start off with one thing real quick. Okay, one thing real quick. For those of y'all that know the word of prayer, I got a good friend of mine. His name is Rodney. Okay, but we called him Jug. You know, and he was up at my dad's shed with him and another guy. He passed out the other day, and he is currently back home in Wilmington in the ICU. All right. I just ask that those of y'all who know the word of prayer, please take a second and say a word for my good friend Rodney. He was literally one of my best friends growing up. He always worked with my dad. He helped my dad pour concrete. He helped my dad farm. He made farming fun. He made pouring concrete fun. And like I said, if I could have one thing today, I want him to wake up. So yeah. And I apologize, y'all, but I had to get that off my off my chest early, because if I could have anything today, I'd want to get a call from my sister, and she told me that Jug woke up. So, but yeah, but I'm glad to be here, Panther Nation. And I thank everybody for the love and the support. And I see I see the comments coming in, man. I'm gonna get to them in a second. But hey, as the title says right there, Panther Nation. Hey, how we feeling? How we feeling, Panther Nation? We got a 53-man roster. Okay, we got us a whole practice squad now. So y'all let me know how we feeling. How y'all feeling about what's going on? All right. And let me go ahead and get to the comments here. And Earl, how you doing, man? Glad you are here. Thank you for joining. And here we go. Here we go, Doug. So how you late to your own party, man? Come on, Professor Clump. Hey, it's all good. To be honest with you, my microphone settings defaulted to nothing, and it took me a second to figure that out. That's why I was late, because I had no microphone for about 2 minutes. Rod Walt, what's going on, man? He said, "What's up, CJ? Happy birthday." Thank you, Rod Walt. Appreciate you. T Cole, what's going on with you? I have never seen anybody spell my name CJ like that. That's pretty cool, though. Appreciate you, T Cole. Marcos Cash, Feliz Cumpleaños, Senor CJ. Say happy birthday, Mr. CJ. I appreciate you, big dog. Thank you, Marcos. Let me see here. Oh, hold on. I missed. Hey, what's up, Poppy? Oh, yes. All hail the chair. All hail the chair. Exactly. Let me see. Never actually gotta watch Texas versus Ohio State. Yes, sir. Hey, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I said. I'm on here early. I ain't gonna hold y'all long today because as y'all know, this is Lee Corso's last game day live. So I do want to catch the end of it. But yeah, I appreciate you, Nervash. Matthew Buchanan, happy birthday. What's going on, man? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chevy 80Z, happy birthday, buddy. Appreciate you, appreciate you. All into the always, the special, the lovely, Nella's Creations. Thank you, dear. I love you too. She said happy birthday. I appreciate you, baby. Say you're about 9 years older than me. Yeah, let me tell you, I'm getting to the age, and I'm sitting like do, and I tell people how old I am, and then they tell me how old they are, and I'm like, crap. It's coming to that time where it's like everybody I meet is about 9 to 10 years younger than me. Thank you, Nervous. Appreciate you. Michael Dennis. Hey, thank you. Nick Tri-State. Hey, appreciate you, man. Cecilia, happy birthday. Appreciate you. Black and Blue, happy birthday. Thank you, Black and Blue. Supernova Moore, happy birthday, good brother. Thank you. Poppin said happy birthday. Said pray. I'll pray for him. Yes, thank you, Poppin. I appreciate you. Panthers Germany, Wiley, big Wiley. How you doing, man? Hey, I'll be watching you over there, defending yourself with your life over there, man. I appreciate you, Wiley. Appreciate you. Hey, CD with 2 shows, 1 host. What's going on with you? All right, thank you, man. I appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you. Oh, you know what? And I saw your post, CD. I know you responded about North Brunswick beating South Brunswick, but it's go Cougars all day. But congratulations to the Scorpions. But yeah, it's go Cougars all day, every day. Hey, thank you, Mister. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. Hey, and thank y'all for the prayers, man. Thank y'all for the prayer. I appreciate you. Palmetto Panthers, happy birthday. God bless Rodney's family as well. Yes, thank you. Yep, yes, sir. Appreciate you, Doug. Appreciate you. Yeah. No, it's not gonna rain on my day, but I can't lie. When I tell you, when I tell y'all that hit me hard this morning, I mean like it hit me hard because for a good moment there I was just like, dang, I'm about to get that call here pretty soon. And yeah, but I'm gonna keep praying. And like I said, I ask for y'all to do the same. If y'all know the word of prayer, I appreciate you. Hey, said feeling good. God is great. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Uh, feeling worried. I got you. Feeling excited and hopeful. Yeah, that jersey looking a little big on you, Slim. Well, I mean, it's straight out the pack. This is one of my birthday presents. This is one of my birthday presents. I love this hat here with the old Carolina logo on it. And let me tell you, I didn't get a chance to throw this and get a little heat to it or nothing to get the wrinkles. I just threw it straight on. But if this is looking big on me, hey, that's a good thing. Hopefully, my fat ass will lose some weight. So, but yeah, appreciate you, Doug. Rock Jones, what's going on? It's a keep pounding. Yeah, man, I got the number 4. Hey, let me tell you, I opened some boxes yesterday. I had a hat. I got Tet jersey. I got a new Chuba jersey. I even got Janelle even got me the little thing you put on your door when you open your door and it shines the little NFL logo on the ground when you open your vehicle door. So I got to figure out where I'm gonna place that at because let me tell you, I'm gonna be going out at night all the time now just so I can go somewhere in the parking lot, open my door and shine the Panther logo down in the parking lot. So yeah. Hey, appreciate you, Rock Jones. Appreciate you. Who your college team? Tar Heels, baby. All day, every day. Carolina. Now I know Carolina ain't in the mix like for national title and stuff like that. But yeah, they are my favorite. They are my favorite. Now I graduated from UNC Charlotte. I do root for them too, even though they got their ass beat last night by App State. At Bank of America Stadium. But yeah. Tar Heels all day. Tar Heels all day. You're not my favorite Armchair GM that belongs to Dan Morgan. You're Carolina's second favorite, but that's okay. Well, Dan Morgan is not Armchair GM. Dan Morgan is the real GM, but I got you, Doug. Chevy ADZ. So what you're saying is that we could have given up 2 firsts and shot Tuttle for Parsons. Hey, I just told the family just now. I saw a post on X where Madden, the Cowboys in Madden rejected that same trade. They rejected it. That same trade. They rejected. Hey, and hold on real quick. Hey, and let me get to these. Nervash, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. I appreciate you. Said for everyone saying we could have traded 2 firsts for Parsons, do you really think a rebuilding team like the Panthers could afford to do that? Yeah, man, let me tell you. Um, probably not us because they would have wanted somebody on that defensive line like Derek Brown. That probably would have been the only person they would have wanted, and the Panthers aren't going to be able to give it up. And if I'm not mistaken, Michael Parsons is now making like 40 something $1 million a year, or really close to. I think it's 40 something $1 million a year. There's no way the Panthers are going to be able to afford that because he signed a 4 year, what is it, $180 million contract, if I'm not mistaken, or somewhere up in there, close to 200 million. So yeah, I would have loved to have been able to get him here, but I don't think we'd have been able to afford that price tag as it stands. So appreciate you, Nervash, and thank you again for another $5 super chat. He said, I think you only do that if you think your team is contending for a Super Bowl, but we haven't had a winning season in 7 years. We aren't one player away. This is a fact. This is an absolute fact. And you never know. I mean, the Packers got a nice young offense. And it's funny, I saw a stat where it said Reggie White came to the Packers, and Brett Favre was 27 years old. They won a Super Bowl. What's my man name? Mike Woodson came to the Packers when Aaron Rodgers was 27, won a Super Bowl. Michael Parsons comes over this year. Jordan Love is 26, about to be 27 in November. So we'll see how that pans out. But hey man, again, I thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate you. All right, let me go back up here. Let me see. Chief Digger, what's going on? Happy birthday, bro. Hey, thank you. Papa said, how's Tony? Hey, Tony's good. I sent him the I'm gonna put the link in the chat, but I told him the other day if you wanted to come on here, I sent him the link already. But yeah, Tony's good. Tony's good. We've been laughing and talking shit all week. But yeah, he doing good, man. Yes, sir. Tar Heels. Yep. SC Panthers boy 803, what's going on? It says, send it, happy birthday, sir. 50 look good on you. Man, let me tell you, hey, I hope I do look this good when I'm 50. I think I will. I got some good genes. My mom was a beautiful lady. My daddy ain't too shabby himself, so Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. He said, sorry, man. He said, I like a good old Hey, get your mind together, Pop. We talking about high school football there. Hey, thank you. Yeah, man. Let me tell you, when I got this, I was like, oh, now I love the new logo way better than I ever loved the old logo. But this hat, yeah, I'm definitely, this gonna be my hat I wear to the games here. Love it. Said, don't start that, man. You told you you're not fat. Hey, let me say, the scale tells me otherwise every time I get on it. Ooh, 47 million. God almighty. Ooh. Man, let me tell you, I would trade Nick Scott for a bag of those new gummy nerds that they have now. Let me say, I love them things. I walk by them in the store and I'd be like, nope, leave them alone, CJ, leave them alone. I had a bag already. Like, leave them alone. But yeah, I trade him for a Snickers, a Mr. Good bar. I mean, hell, anything. I swear I would. I swear. But let me stop. He's on the team, and as of right now, he's probably going to be our starting safety. Even though Dave Canales did say the other day that that's all up in the air, because we know Trayvon Merrick is starting at strong safety, and he said we'll see by next week about the free safety spot. So, like he said, we'll see. All right. Let me see. He literally got QB money, and we haven't paid Bryce yet. Yeah, this is true. The Panthers got a few contracts coming up, and I will say this. I said this on my last live, and I'm gonna say it again. I need Bryce to go out there, show and prove this year and next year, and get that man a contract. Okay. I'm all for Bryce doing good. Y'all call me what you want, but I really do need him to go out there. I don't want them to go out there and give him a gigantic ass contract off of just this one season. I hope he goes out there, does it this year, and does it next year, and then we can move forward. But we'll see. All right. Let me see. Black and Blue said 47 mil a year and 136 million guaranteed. And man, that's a lot. That is a lot. But hey, if you got the money to pay it, hey, it must be nice. It must be nice. Yep, 47 million a year. So I had to trade Nick Scorton, Adam, and a first round 2026 pick for Parsons. What's up, Dick? How you doing? So tap that like button, you slackers. Yes. Hey, on your way in, on your way out, make sure you tap that like button. Hit the like and subscribe buttons as well on whatever platform you are on. And also, you can catch me on all social media at Armchair GMCJ. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. Heels all damn day. You got that right. Yes, sir. Hey, thanks, Papa. Thank. Let me tell you, man. I'm gonna try not. I'm trying not to mess it up. Try not to mess it up. As Doug say, yeah, I'm a big boy, and let me tell you, I sweat. So I'm going to try my damn. That's why, like, I'm so glad I got this one, because now this one was the draft they had, and I was like, I would. One thing I don't want to do is start sweating and make that ugly ass, line that you get right there when you be sweating through hats and stuff. So yeah, I'm glad I got this one to put on. Let me see. Wow, the Vikings have taken money away from Thielen, and he just agreed to it just now. What? Wow. Oh, he must just damn went there and took a pay cut. Yeah, he retiring after this year. He gotta be. Okay, I got a question for you. How long do you think Scott is a starter, Mr. Armchair? So thank you for taking my question. Um, as long as he plays good. Okay. Now, if he gets out there and starts effing up from the jump, I hope Everett will have the balls to say no. You need to sit down and do it whenever like Canales bench Bryce last year when he went out there for the first two games and stunk it all the way up. If Scott gets out there and starts effing up from the jump, I hope they start him and they sit him in the second quarter of the Jacksonville game. If he go out there and don't have a good first quarter, sit him before halftime of game one and put somebody else in. But yeah, but then that's my thought process. But we know how Evero is with his guys. You know what I mean? So it might take him a minute to be like, you know what? I'm gonna have to sit you down because you're not playing good. You know how he is with his guys. He signed another one of his guys to the practice squad. So we'll see. Sideburn 21. Good morning. What's going on with you? How you doing? What do you think of Jabril Peppers being released? To be honest with you, I wish the Panthers would go after him. We could see what's what. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Shit, hey, cut Nick Scott and bring him in. I'm sorry, cut Nick Scott and bring him in. Hey, and I hate and y'all know how I am. Y'all know how I am. I try not to talk too bad about people, But my thing is, we saw Nick Scott what he did on the field last year, and it was just not. It was just not what we need to be, and that was from point A to point B, from start to finish. He looked like that. I don't. He didn't have. To me, he didn't have any real ups. It was pretty much downs for the season. But y'all know how I am as well. I'm all about giving people second chances. And I think this is his. So we'll see. We'll see. And I keep hearing everybody saying, well, he was with Evero's defense when they won the Super Bowl. I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. But that year they won the Super Bowl, Raheem Morris was a defensive coordinator. I think Evero was an assistant, if I'm not mistaken. So, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I think Jabril Peppers at least deserves a call, and if they're gonna bring him in for a visit or whatnot, or however they do it, I wouldn't be mad at it at all. Not at all. Yep. Let me see. Okay, now you have the now can you have the balls to give a number? You talking about number again? I told you halftime with Jacksonville. Like game. I'm sorry, game one. Game one. Sit his ass game one if he ain't doing nothing. Hey, good Cyber. He said I'm doing good, sir. Peppers. Yep, no question. Yep. Said that's what I'm thinking. House Nicholas, what's going on? So what's good with you, CJ? Appreciate the content. We doing the fantasy draft. Oh, let me tell you. Okay, I'm trying to get a few more people in the fantasy league. I'm trying to get a few more people in the fantasy league. I want to get it up to 10. I think we have 5 in there right now. So if anybody's on here and wants to join the fantasy league, I will. You know what? Matter of fact, let me put the let me go get it real quick. And I will put the link in the chat. Okay. Hold on one second. All right, there we go. I'm gonna pin this message up here. Okay. So I got like let me see. Right now I got like 7 spots left in the fantasy league. We can get it up to 10, I'll be happy. I like a 12 team league. We can get it to 10, I'll be good. And we can schedule the draft for we'll do it for probably Tuesday, sometime on Tuesday. Tuesday evening, maybe Wednesday. Okay. But if we don't get at least 6 House Nicholas, I might just go without it. But yeah, but there's the link in the chat. If y'all want to help us get the fantasy league up to enough people, go ahead and sign up. I appreciate you. And thank you for reminding me about that, Nicholas. Appreciate you. Evero better have some balls. He is coaching for his job at this point. He damn sure is. He damn sure is. Peppers don't have the same Polaroids that Nick Scott does. Unfortunately, the truth only hurts those who don't want to hear it. This is true. This is true. Nick Scott shouldn't be starting in the NFL, man. Let me tell you. Hey, hey. That's okay. Thank you. Okay, got another question. With Thielen being traded, how confident are you in the young receivers heading into the season? Thank you, sir. Okay, well, you know what? Well, Doug, I'm glad you said that because I had not really a slide, I just had a picture up here, and yeah, and it was Adam Thielen. Okay. Um, to be honest with you, I'm very confident in the young receivers, okay? Because and I say this because we still have David Moore as a veteran presence, okay? And I know a lot of people, were like, hey, get rid of David Moore so we can keep Hunter Renfro. Okay. I still don't know exactly, what happened with Renfro. I know Canales said that there was some highs and there was some lows, as far as him in training camp. They said they are in constant contact with him, so we'll see how that goes. But I am confident in the young receivers. I like Ted McMillan, okay? Our number one draft pick this year, number 8 overall, possession receiver, great hands. Okay, his catch radius is just is enormous. You know what I mean? My thing is if you put the ball somewhere near him, he should be able to get a hand on it and try to at least be in contention, for a catch. All right. I do think he is a decent route runner. A lot of people are saying, oh, well, he came from Arizona. He didn't do nothing in college. And now he's, going up against all this elite NFL talent as far as cornerbacks on the opposing teams. But I think Tet would be okay. Xavier Leggett, all right. Let me tell you, Xavier Leggett's year was defined, by a lot of drop catches later on in the season, especially in the Philly game. But what people also don't realize, if from my perspective, is that he made a lot of good catches during the season. I mean, he did, and even in the Philly game, he made the what was it, the fourth down catch, when Bryce was got his jersey pulled in the end zone, to extend that drive. So Xavier, he can catch the ball, but he did have some bad drops at bad times. But I think he will be okay. And what I'm hoping is with Ted on one side and XL on the other, it will open up some more opportunities for XL because you didn't see him go down the field and use his speed a whole lot last season. And I think the Panthers will be able to, to open that up for him, some slanting goals, some stopping goals, things of that nature. Because it's not like, if we go out 5 wide receiver set and it's like, okay, well, as long as we stop this person and we got one person that we know can cover the number 2 receiver, we're not that worried about the rest of them. No, you're gonna have to worry about T Mac. You're gonna have to worry about Leggett. You're gonna have to worry about Jalen Coker, who is now gonna be our slot receiver, if I read that right. David Moore. I mean, they said like I think it was like 50% of his catches last year were for on third downs that extended drives. Okay. Then you have you got a Bryson Tremaine. I don't know how much playing time that he's necessarily going to get, but another big body receiver, who probably will be able to get in there and be able to contribute. So I feel good about our wide receivers. I really do. Um, I just hope that what Canales said in the offseason, where they were like, they were throwing all these plays at Bryce and this and that and the third in practice, hopefully that leads them into being having some more creative plays as far as the wideouts, throwing some more things in there, throwing some wrinkles. Think about Jimmy Horn as well. Okay, with his speed, and the wrinkles that they may be able to throw in, with him. So I think this wide receiver group, one, like you said, you have a veteran presence, okay, and David Moore. I mean, and shoot, and technically, hell, XL is a veteran, Jalen Coker is a veteran. I know it's only their second year, but if you want to get technical about their veterans, but David Moore does have that experience. Um, but I like the versatility that I see. We have receivers that can go up and get passes. Okay, we have receivers that can I think can get open this year. We have speed. You know what I mean? And my thing, even like with Tet, if Tet is able to get behind somebody, good luck. I'm trying to catch him if you ain't got 4.3 speed. Now I'm not saying Tet's gonna burn down the world, but I mean if he gets behind somebody, gets enough room, I mean he gone. Just think about Jalen Coker in the Dallas game. Got behind the defense and took the hell off 80 something yards for a touchdown. But yeah, but I like our wide receiver group. I think it's versatile. And I think, if we can have a complementary run game to go along with this, I think the play action pass will be something that we're really going to be able to rely on this season. So yeah, I like our young wide receiver group. Dig it. Thanks for the $4.11 super chat towards the new Lids Kitty. Hey, appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you, big dog, as always. Black and Blue said Thielen took a $2 million reduction and the loss of $4 million in incentives to go to the Vikings. Wow. But the one good thing about that for us is they took all of his salary off of our books. Okay. Now, mind you, there were some bonuses that the Panthers paid to him in the offseason, and that's really all they wanted to hook for. Okay. And I know on the last live when I was talking about them trading Adam Thielen, and me personally, I was thinking that, excuse me, there was no way that the Panthers were going to get more than a fifth round. I thought a fifth round pick would be, like just the top of the just top of the list as far as draft picks we'd be able to get for Thielen. And I thought it was only going to be one pick. Okay. But shout out to Dan Morgan and everybody. And they said that now I've heard two different stories. I don't know which one is true. Okay. I heard that Dan Morgan said that the Vikings called them. And so when they called him, they inquired about Thielen, and then Dan said he went to Thielen and asked him, "Hey, this is if we do this, somewhere you want to go?" And Thielen was like, "Yeah." Then I heard another story where Thielen requested the trade. So I don't know, and like I said, I think it's more so the Dan Morgan story because he did say that, in the press conference that they had the other day. But and I said this on the last live. I was like, I said, I guarantee you, Dan Morgan probably sit down and have a conversation and be like, hey, if you want to go, we'll make it happen. But if you don't, we're happy to keep you. And I think that's exactly what happened. The fact that we were able to get a fifth round pick this year and a fourth round pick next year, let me tell you, hey, hold on, where is my where's my applause button here for you know what? And StreamYard has changed the stuff in this. So I do not have applause button, but let me just do this right here. So applause to Dan Morgan and the guys for making a trade that doesn't like leave us on the ass end of it, if that makes sense. Like just taking the first offer that they made or whatnot, because if I'm not mistaken, the Panthers initially wanted a third round pick. Okay, they wanted a third round pick for Adam Thielen, and then I think the Vikings countered with the the scenario that played out now. Okay, so and it's a pick swap, so we don't get any extra picks, but we swapped I think a fifth round. We got a fifth round this year. I think we sent a seventh, and then in 2027 we got the fourth, and I think we sent a sixth, or the sixth and the seventh might be flip flopped around for us. But I'm loving the fact that of what they did. I'm loving, it seemed like it was right, on all sides. As far as the trade, because we've had a lot of deals, in Carolina. You think about them, releasing Cam Newton, how they did with Steve Smith back in the day, even the Brian Burns, Christian McCaffrey, Brian Burns. I still don't feel like we got fairly compensated for either one of those trades. Either one, McCaffrey or Burns. And the crazy thing was the year before, after we traded McCaffrey, if I'm not mistaken, the Rams had offered us two first round picks for Brian Burns, and the Panthers were like, nah, no, we're not trading Brian Burns. And and then the next season, oh, okay, well now we're gonna trade Brian Burns. And I'm just like, bruh. Hold on, Doug said, go ahead and say it. Yeah, hey, yeah. Hey, let Dan cook. Hey, I got the shirt upstairs on the bed now. Let Dan cook. Hey, let me tell you, um, it's good, to have, and I think him being a former player, is helping him out in his role as GM as well. I think he's looking at it from a different lens. And then you have Brant Tillis, the contract guru sitting there next to him, helping him out. So I think it's a great combo. But yeah, let Dan cook. Let Dan cook. Yep. Let me see. They can say there's something about the Hunter release that they're probably not talking about. Absolutely. Absolutely. There is something that they're not telling us, something that we're probably not going to know, until, Hunter decides to, okay, well, I'm just not going to come back to the NFL period anymore. But it's something. It's something. Canals was like, there were highs and lows this preseason, but and my thing is now Hunter was hurt. He did come back and play a little bit in the Steelers game, but if I'm not mistaken, Plummer overthrew him once. I think he got a one catch or something like that. But it's definitely a lot more to this story. Definitely a lot more to this story. They said they're in constant contact with him. They want him to come back. Hunter Renfro, I think would be great, a great piece to have. I don't know if they were going to put him on the practice squad or what, but and it's kind of been I've seen I've seen the pendulum, go back and forth with Hunter Renfro, on X. A lot of people didn't want him from the jump. A lot of people are like, okay, whatever. Then a lot of people are like upset, like supremely upset that he is not on the 53-man roster. A lot of people are calling for David Moore's head to go, and then they bring Hunter Renfro back. Which I'm not gonna lie, I thought David Moore would be the one that they let go, and they kept Hunter Renfro. But as I like to say, that is why I am your armchair GM and not the real one. I'm usually wrong. So yeah. Hey, and shout out to the missus for the $1.49 super sticker. Thank you, dear, as always. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. All right, let's keep going here. Um, oh yeah. Adam Thielen's wife is happy. Oh, she is happy. She been on social media. Oh, Scope, we're going home. We're going home. Tell the world we're going home. Skull. The kids in the back seat of the truck just laughing and giggling. I'm just like, oh, okay, all right, hey, okay, cool. You, I'm like, damn. I get the feeling like, she didn't want to come here in the first place, but the Vikings let him go, and we got him. So hey, but yeah, let me tell you, she is happy. But you got to think about it too, though. He was born and raised in Minnesota. Okay, he went to college in Minnesota. He was an undrafted free agent for the Minnesota Vikings. All right. First time he's been out of the state to go play football, for a team was when he came to the Panthers. If I'm not mistaken. If I am, y'all let me know. But yeah, and they still have their house. Okay, still got a lot of their stuff in Minnesota, and I do believe that this is his last hurrah. So we'll see. They said I currently feel better about the wide receiver room than the old line room. Okay, we'll get into that in a second here as well. Sovereign says, I'm glad there are folks giving XL some grace for last season. He had good plays along with the bad plays that comes with being a rookie. We shouldn't just want him to continue. We should just want him to continue to improve. And I think he will, and I definitely think he will. Like I said, he and it was the thing was all rookies, have plays, have drops, miss assignments, miss tackles. It's football, but it's just like Leggett, some of his mistakes were just like, they were always at the wrong time, But like I said, give him a second chance. He is going to be on the team, and I do believe he's going to do a lot better this year. All right. Doug said, with the fifth season starting almost a week away, how impactful do you think our rookies will be this season? Which rookie or rookies are you really excited about this year? Thank you again, sir. Doug, what you on Chat GPT or something? Because you don't talk this eloquently, when we be talking on the phone, man. You on Gemini? Which one you got? You got Chat GPT or Gemini? Which one you using, dog? These some good questions here, man. I appreciate you though. But okay, well, first off, I think the most impactful rookie is going to be Ted McMillan. Okay. I think his impact on this offense is going to be something that will help get us through this entire season. Okay. Now I will say this. I will say this. I think it's going to be a tie between the next rookies. All right, because I say this. I think if Lathan Ransom gets his opportunity to play, I think between him and our two edge rushers, Scorton and Umamielin, I think they'll all three of them will be neck and neck. Okay. I do think that Lathan Ransom will have an impact on this season somehow, some way. But Scorton and Umamielin, if y'all go back and look at the Cleveland game, okay. Before he had the Scorton had the collapsed lung in the Texans joint practice. All right. Now, I say this all the time. I say this all the time. Okay. With the way that, and I know it's preseason. I know it's preseason. Everybody's like, it's vanilla, it's vanilla, it's vanilla. But we see this same flavor of ice cream during the regular season with Evero's defense. And I have affectionately dubbed it the parking lot defense, where everybody is playing all of our defensive backs are like 10 yards off of the line of scrimmage. Okay. And I know God, I forgot who said this in one of the comments. They were saying it was I think it was King Jermaine, King Jermaine the Shepherd. I think that's how you say his name. That's over there on Black Cat Panther podcast. And shout out to Q and the guys over there. But he was saying, base 3-4 defense and all that. But my thing is this though, and the play that I showed after the Steelers game, and it's just like Mason Rudolph dropped back when he planted his he put his plant foot down. I mean, he had 4 or 5 different options. He had an out route on the right side. He had an in breaking route that he went to. Now, mind you, Shirellis messed up. And no, I'm sorry. The cornerback on that side messed up because Shirellis took the running back. And no, let me see. One of them messed up. Shirellis on the cornerback. I think it was Bartholomew or Evans, if I'm not mistaken. But they messed up. Both of them went to the running back, and they left that wide receiver open in the end route, and he caught the pass. But on the other side of the field, there was an out, there was an in route, and there was a post route that were wide open. You know what I mean? And my thing is this: I don't know if Evero start bringing a little bit more pressure or something, but you go back and look at the tape. Umamielin, Scorton, Wanham, and Pat Jones. It's not like they were just being held, at the line of scrimmage like we saw a lot of last year. And offensive linemen were just keeping everybody at bay, and the quarterback had a nice pocket, 2-3 yards in every direction to throw the ball. They were getting some pressure on these quarterbacks in the preseason, but like I said, it was just, you drop back 1-2, ball's gone. You know what I mean? Like they had, when they made that drop, they had people open. It was like, okay, bet, let me go ahead and get rid of this ball. If this defense on the back end can hold some of these receivers up, and we be able to give our our edge rushers, a little bit more. And I'm not saying that they got to go out there and hold these guys up for, 10, 11 seconds every play, because that's not going to happen. But if they can give him another half a second or a second or whatever to be able to get to the quarterback, I think we'll be able to get some decent pressure, on our opposing quarterbacks this upcoming season. Okay. But T-Mac on offense, and then if T-Mac on offense, Umamielin and Scorton right up under that on defense. And if Lathan Ransom gets a significant role this season, you throw him right on up there with Ransom, with Umamielin and Scorton for me, Doug. And I appreciate you, big dog. Let me see. That means we should have 2 4th-round picks. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna have 2 4th-round picks next year, and I'm assuming 2 5th-round picks this year if we hadn't already traded one of them away. Vikings initiated the trade, not Thielen. Thielen agreed to make salary reduction to make it happen. Thank you, Black and Blue. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Dylan, hey, let me tell you, man, it's funny. I promise you, I promise you. Yesterday, I was on Twitter, and I looked and I was like, dang, I said I ain't seen or heard from Dylan in a minute. That's crazy. How you doing, man? Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Nigga said, but in the end, it's still freezing ass Minnesota. Just saying. Well, I mean, this is true, but they play in the dome. They play in the dome and they practice indoors. So hey, you know what I mean. But Doug said, nah, trying to help you out, but let me get back to my country slang. All right, 704 NC Ride Lowe's, what's going on? It's a happy birthday. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Scorton probably lost a lung chasing down Shador. Nah, it happened. Well, it happened in the Texas joint practice. They thought it was heat exhaustion, but it turned out to be a collapsed lung. And he has recovered very quickly to the point where he now doesn't have the red non-contact jersey on in practice. Okay, he does not have the non-contact jersey on in practice. So him. It was him. It was oh goodness, who had Damian Lewis, and it was one more person who had the red non-contact jerseys, and they're all in regular jerseys and practicing now at practice. So, but yeah, all right. Kenny said he'll probably got it trying to tackle Chubb. Casey Reed, what's going on? So you got that right. Most definitely parking lot defense. What's going on, everybody? You know, and I mean, and it's wild because, like I said, you know, that's Evero's defense. That's his baby. We have seen this defense work, you know, in other places. And I will say, you know, he does have some personnel issues. Okay, he does have some personnel issues. Let's not sit here and act like he has, you know, just all-star talent all over this defense. Okay, because he does not. Okay, there are a few. I think there are a few. There's some talent missing at a few positions on this defense. Okay, I really, 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 really do. All right, let's not sit here and act like, you know, he's got, you know, all-star or Pro Bowl talent at multiple positions at every level of the defense. He doesn't. He doesn't. But sometimes I think he is stubborn in his ways and does not like to adjust. Okay. I think he does not adjust well for the talent that he has. And you can also counter that, well, I mean, he has no adjustments to be made with the talent that he has in certain situations. And that may also be true. That may also be true. But what else I think is also true? If he don't get his shit together this year, he won't be here next. So yeah. Hey, and shout out to my sister, that chick T, for the $5 super chat. So happy birthday, Cat Daddy. You know, and it's crazy because my good buddy Rodney that I told y'all about earlier, he gave me that name, Cat Daddy. That's a nickname he gave me back home. We were pouring concrete one day, and it was the guy that Mr. Smith. I'll never forget this. He came out of the house with a watermelon. All right, he had the watermelon in his refrigerator. So he cut the watermelon open. You know how you cut something open like that, and you see the little bit of not really steam, but you know, it rise up out of it. And so it's funny because, of course, me and my daddy ran over there and ate the hell out of that watermelon. And my buddy Rodney, he always say, he looked at that watermelon. He said, man, he said, I saw the smoke coming off that thing. He said, I knew better than to eat that mess. He said, after I ate the watermelon, probably about 20 minutes later, he said, I eased myself onto my daddy's pickup truck and closed the door and sat there, and I was asleep like this. And he said, whenever he looked up at me, he said, I looked like I had, you know, he said, I looked like a cat, you know, my eyes kind of closed like this. So from then on, you know, I was always Cat Daddy, or, you know, back home. So, but thank you, Tori. I appreciate you. But that's where that name comes from. My good buddy Jug. Appreciate you, sis. Hey, appreciate you, Kenny, man. Thank you. Hey, Tony's doing good, man. Tony's doing real good, man. We've been talking junk all week long, all week long. Let me see. Doug said, well, I wants to know how concerned you is with Ickey probably missing week 1 against Jacks, having Yash being the starter, Mr. Curtis Payne. Thank you. Sweet pack. Okay, Doug. All right, so get into that. Big Ick, okay, Big Ickey. They the offensive linemen, okay, were all out together, having dinner, if I'm not mistaken. And they said Icky was complaining about some abdominal pain and whatnot. And then they got a text in the group chat the next day and said, I'm going in for surgery. So he had his appendix removed, appendectomy. And I don't know, and somebody let me know if they said it or not. I don't know if his appendix burst. Okay. But I'm assuming that it didn't. So he had his appendix removed, and oh, my earbud about to fall out. And I don't think this is like surgeries back in the day where you make this this huge incision and you go in there and pull it out. If I'm not mistaken, they make small incisions now and they use tools and grab it and they can, just pull the the appendix or whatever out. If I'm not mistaken, his status is still, up in the air for week one. I read an article where they said my man from the Steelers, I forgot his name. I think it's Fitzpatrick, one of the safeties, had one and played 8 days later. Okay. Now to answer the other part of that question, so I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am concerned. But the only reason I'm concerned is I'm concerned that who they said was getting most of the reps, to replace Icky, and that was Josh Neiman. Okay, I would not be that much concerned. No, not that much, but I would be a lot less concerned if Brady Christensen, as he is the backup left tackle in the depth chart, will go ahead and get the. Now, mind you, they're both getting reps, so it's still yet to be determined whether Josh will play left tackle or Brady Christensen will play left tackle if Icky cannot go. But we shall see. But what I will say is, especially if it's Josh, let me tell you, Dave, throw some help his way. Let the running backs chip those defensive ends. Something, especially on passing downs, third and long or whatnot. Whoever's over there, hey, get them a little bit of help, especially if they need it. Okay, if they don't need no help, the hell with it. Okay, but if you see them people out there struggling, give them some help. Okay, please, 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 please. This first game of the season is an important game. It always is. It always is. But this season is really important on a lot of levels. Okay, a lot of levels. You got to see what our quarterback is going to go out there and do. Okay, you got to see how this wide receiver group now with our most veteran presence not being here. Okay, you got to see what in God's name this defense is going to do, given the way that we looked all of last year. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I'm definitely concerned. Mind you, now Icky, hell of a run blocker, still has some work to do in my opinion in his pass pro, but I would definitely rather have him out there over Christensen and Josh Neiman any day of the week, any day. Yeah. Let me see. Black and blue, two defensive players Dan has name dropped are Lathan Ransom and Trevion Thomas. Gotcha. Oh, said love you. Happy birthday from Skinny and Bozo. Hey, tell him I said thank you, and I appreciate him. Tell him I said thank you. said I'm done. You didn't read that right. Said that's okay. Gotcha. Sweet. Sweat. My bad. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little slow, Doug. It's all good. I appreciate you. Michael the second, what's going on, bro? Looks like Maul from Rory and Maul's podcast. I don't know who that is. Rory and I'm gonna have to look that up. But hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you. I hope that's a compliment. Oh, well, I'm gonna put it in the chat. My beautiful wife said there's my cash app there. So if any birthday gifts for your favorite armchair GM, in case anyone was wondering. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate you. Said it's a hip hop podcast, bro. Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna have to look them up. I ain't never heard of it. Gotcha. I appreciate that. Okay, but back to Icky though. Yeah, I hope he's okay. All right, I hope he's okay. And then again, I hope that if he is not able to go, I hope that Josh Neiman or Brady Christensen will be ready to step up and pick up the slack. Okay, because now mind you, Jacksonville was not a good team last year, just like we weren't a good team last year. But that is no reason to go down there and have any kind of preconceptions that we're better than them now. Okay. So I want everybody who was supposed to play to be ready to go and play. All right. So let's look at a couple more things here. Okay. So the practice squad. All right. The Carolina Panthers have officially um shored up their practice squad. Okay. And one person on that practice squad that is apparently bringing, I mean, just a lot of joy and exuberation and just hope for the future. Everything is going to be okay, y'all. All we got to do is make it through this 1 year because of this one practice squad player, Hendon Hooker. Okay, the Panthers picked up Hendon Hooker. He was playing with Detroit. Detroit let him go, and there was a press conference where he explained why he wanted to come to Carolina. Now, mind you, I did not read that whole article, so I don't have that information for y'all. But it's the reception for him has been just great on Twitter, and other podcasts and stuff. I mean, to be honest with you, sometimes I just think that it must be the second coming of Tom Brady or something. And I get it. I get it. There were probably a lot of people that, if because I'm mistaken, they were in the I think they were in this, I don't know if it's the same draft or not, but I keep hearing them, bring up, well, he would Bryce Young ass in college, and I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, what quarterback went completely undefeated in college and did not have somebody beat them where they were in college? Okay, and it's not me going out here trying to defend Bryce or anything, 'cause I know that's what everybody's going to say, but mind you, I'm happy to have him here. Okay, because my thing is any kind of a competition or across the board, I'm all for. You know what I mean? If something ends up happening to Andy Dalton and Hendon Hooker ends up being the second string quarterback, great. If something happens to Bryce Young and Hendon Hooker has to get in the game, I hope he's ready to go. I root for everybody who's on the team. But it just tripped me out, here the last couple of days, all of this, just pure celebration, over somebody signing to the practice squad, and not trying to diss Hendon Hooker at all. Like I said, I think he's a good talent, from the borough, from the 336. He coming back home, and I wish nothing for the best for him. Nothing but the best for him. But yeah, some of these reactions have been wild. I mean, absolutely wild. But yeah, but we'll see though. But we'll see. Let me see. Hey, my good buddy DeMarcus, man, appreciate you, appreciate you. Hey, I see you later on, cuz. See you later on. Hey, thank you, man. Let me see. The CEO is in the building. Hey, you damn right, dog. You damn right. She just walked in the door over there. That's the big CEO. Put some respect on her name. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Black and Blue said Hooker was drafted same year as Bryce, but is 3 years older. Gotcha. And I know most of us remember that really great game they had against each other, where Tennessee did pull it out, and I think that was what was it, a couple weeks before he got hurt, that year, and ended the rest of his season. But yeah, let me see. They put name in it. No, sir. No, sir. I will not. No, sir. I will not. Happy 29th. Hey, let me tell you, boy, I wish it was my 20. Well, no, if it was my 29th, then I wouldn't be up here on this podcast with you. But no, I am 43. I am 43. And like I said, I'm thankful to be here for another year. Yes, sir. But thank you, Nader. I appreciate you, big dog. I appreciate you. Panthers for life. People are going crazy because Tennessee won that game. But how many QBs have Bryce beat at Alabama? A lot. Yes, he has. He really has. But and mind you, it's been a lot of talk, and I've heard some people say, Bryce is one of those quarterbacks where he has to have the talent around him, to be able to succeed. And I'm not going to disagree with that, you know. But mind you, there have been and I always say this, there are a lot of factors that go into every football game. And you have a lot of quarterbacks out there that, they do go out there and make the perfect throws. They put the ball in the right place. They will their teams down the field. Okay. But I will say this to everybody as well. Mind you, you say, hey, quarterbacks get out there and make people look good. Yes, they do. But on the other end of that transaction be whatever play is going on, whoever's on the other end of that has to complete the transaction as well. Okay. You get what I'm saying? They have to do what they are supposed to do. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, but I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good, and I like the fact that we have that added a security blanket. Okay, like I said, just say Andy goes out there and gets another car wreck and hurts his thumb. We got Hendon. Okay, Bryce goes down, we got Hendon, and so forth and so on. So I do feel good. Now, mind you, now there are some spots on this team where I do feel like our depth is not, where it should be, but we'll get in that here in a second. Panthers for life. What QB don't need talent around them? If that was true, what's and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But it's you know it's this thing where everybody feels like Bryce is not going to go out there and be able to elevate the level of talent around him. Okay, and and like I said, I'm just your lowly armchair GM here. You know what I mean? But I keep my the thing that always sticks in my mind. Bryce is one of 11 out there on offense. Okay, yes, he is the first person to get the ball. When he hands off on running plays, all right, then it's on the running back and the offensive line and the receivers and tight ends blocking to open up holes, and it's for the running back to make stuff happen. On passing plays, yes, Bryce has to dissect the defense. He has to deliver passes. He has to make things work. Okay. And then and another thing they keep saying, he got an arm, talking about hitting the hooker. Yeah, hitting the hooker does have a great, but it's funny. I went back and looked at some tape. Everybody, got this thought in their head that Bryce Young can only throw the ball 20 yards down the field. Okay, and Bryce Young can throw the ball down the field. Okay, he can't. And I know a lot of people bring this up. Look at the Tampa Bay game when he threw the touchdown to Adam Thielen. I mean, hell, if I'm not mistaken, that was a 50-yard pass, and he threw it off his back foot because somebody was barreling down on him about to sack him. Okay, I think now, mind you, I'm not saying that Bryce Young is going to go out here like Michael Vick in that classic clip against what was that, Washington? On play one where he just throws that 65-yard pass in the air to Deshaun Jackson. No, I don't think Bryce Young's gonna go out here and do any of that. But I do believe that as this offense starts to gain confidence, they start to gain traction, and Canales and Izzy start to open this thing up. I do believe we will see more shots down the field and deeper shots down the field as well. I do believe that will happen, and I know there's a lot of y'all out there that are watching that be like, what, you crazy as hell, CJ, you don't know shit. Well, you know what? Hey, it is what it is. That's just my opinion. All right. But yeah, man. But yeah. But yeah, but you gotta have the talent. And it's crazy because sometimes you get a lot of people out here and they feel like some of these other quarterbacks were going out there playing with with old ladies from the nursing home. And they was out there with these old ladies and having them going down the field, catching 90 passes for 1,200 yards. That's just the way it seems sometimes. And I know that's not true. I know that's not true, but that is just the way it seems. It's like, yes, you got quarterbacks that go out there and do make guys that you have never, just like CJ Stroud. Okay, just like CJ Stroud. And a lot of people out here say, who was Nico Collins before CJ Stroud got there? Okay. And I will say this: who was the offensive coordinator? Okay, who was the head coach? Who was the wide receivers coach before Nico Stroud got there? It's all about who you put in the pot, and it's how well they all mesh together. Okay, you can have a lot of people that are in the hell. Look at Josh Norman, for example. Okay, look at Josh. Talk about a person who was in the right scheme, okay? The right fit for the right scheme in Carolina, okay? Perfect example. Perfect. Josh Norman was not a travel, follow your best player cornerback in the NFL. Okay, he was not. He goes to Washington. They give him what, a 4 or 5 year deal, $75 million, and he get his ass lit up day one of training camp, and then it all went downhill from there. Okay, and that's what I want people to remember sometimes too, is there are a lot of factors that go into these things. Okay, football is football is a business. It's like a business. There's a lot of factors that go into every decision, and a lot of factors go into stuff on the field too. You get somebody in there that understands how to use the players and use them to the best of their abilities and to bring out the best of them. And you get a quarterback in there that can get them the damn ball as well. So I'm not trying to say, that take anything away from quarterback and their abilities to bring things out of their teammates, but in a lot of situations, it's not just that. It is also more to it, as well. And I guess I think about that from, like a supervisory standpoint as well, because I used to supervise a crew of about 30 to 40 people each day. And the crazy thing is I had to, there was a lot of people where I had to make sure I did certain things with them to be able to get the best out of them. There were some people where I could give them their stuff and let them go, wouldn't have to worry about them. There were people I have to give a pep talk to every day, and that pep talk would be something like me going up to him and be like, "Yo, what up, partner? We gonna do it today. You good? Everything, you need anything? Can I get you something? Nah, we good. We straight." There were some people where they would have to see my face at least 2 or 3 times a day, ride by in my truck, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, he out here paying attention. Let's go ahead and get this stuff." Yeah, now mind you, I wasn't talking no trash to him unless I had to, and I always did that behind doors. But it's just it's a lot of levels, to everything. You can treat football just like you can treat things out here in normal life. But like I said, it's a lot of different things that go on the football field, behind the scenes, preparation, coaching, schemes, players, all that good stuff. And I'm just hoping that this year that is what's going to happen for the Panthers. Okay. All right, let me see. Wiley, yes, like the video, y'all. Greatly appreciate you. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you, Wiley. I appreciate you, big dog. What's up, Tip Drill Will? How you doing, big dog? Said from your lips to God's ears. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Native says Bryce can throw 60 yards. Do we have that line of receivers to catch it? Remain to be seen. Yeah, and I think we do. I think we do. I think we do this year. Okay. And y'all got to remember, you got Coker out there. Now, Coker didn't play all that much of the first part of the season. Okay. Thielen got hurt. He came in and he played a lot the last half of the season. Coker got hands, dog. Coker has hands. You throw that ball somewhere near Jalen Coker, he is coming down with it. And I think we're going to see the same thing out of T-Mac as well. And also what they're going to have to do, especially T-Mac, and we saw this in the Cleveland game, Bryce throws a lot of anticipation. Okay. And one thing that I would say Bryce needs to work on too, every pass that he throws cannot be just okay, I expect the person to be here. He is going to have to lob that ball up sometimes and just put it up somewhere where these guys can go up and try to make a play. Give them the opportunity to make a play. But as they've practiced this off season and they practice down, and as the season goes on, I think that will all come together for them as well. All right. Let me see. Hey, let me tell y'all. Okay, so this is my boy Cam. He said, "Happy birthday, CJ. Thank you for the $5 super chat." Hey, and let me tell you, anytime I get to show this during picture, I'm going to show it. But this right here, this is my boy Cam, all right? That is my son right there with the glasses on the right-hand side of the screen. That right there is the head drum major at North Carolina Central University, y'all. Hey, so y'all, let me tell you, wherever y'all at, give my boy Cam a hand clap of praise. They playing, I forgot who he said they playing today, but Central is playing, and he's getting ready to go out there and do his thing. So thank you, Cam. As always, my boy, I love you, and I appreciate you, big dog. Thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate you. And Will, hey, and thank you for the $5 super chat. Happy birthday, my friend. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Oh, hey, Will, let me tell you. I got to send you a message. I got to send you a message because I got to see what section you're in for the games, because I think I might be right around the corner from you. Okay, so we got to get up on game day, but I'm gonna send you a message after this. But appreciate you, Will. Thank you again. Let me see. Shaquille Moody. I hope I said that right. Or is that Shaquille? Shaquille or Shaquille? I hope, forgive me. As Doug said, I'm bad with names. Said, right, CJ, most of the plays that are downfield plays have to travel 35 to 40 yards down the field, and Bryce can do that easily. Yes, yes. But then again, a lot of people bring up the stat and they say big time throws. Okay. But I think his big time throws are considered anything over 20 yards. And I don't know if people get this, oh, well, hell, you mean he can't throw more than 20 yards? And like I said, and I don't know if that's necessarily the case or whatnot, but but everybody get what I'm saying. But hey, and hey, thank you very much, thank you very much, thank you very much. Okay. All right, now before I get out here, I will like to ask y'all this and let me know in the comments, okay? So heading into week one, and I'll probably do some videos on this this week as well. Okay, offensively, all right, and let me get my best Doug impression on here, okay? All right, offensively, which position group do you guys feel is the strength of the offense? Okay. And what group do you feel like needs the most improvement? And let me ask y'all this on the defense as well, because I think it's the separational offense is kind of like this. The separational defense is like this. Okay. Let me say that the separational defense is like this. All right. But let me know what y'all think about offense and defense. What are our best position groups and which ones you think need the most work? Hold on, let me see. Palmetto Money. What's going on with you? Happy birthday, CJ. Said I'm gonna watch the playback. Appreciate you, appreciate you.
But before we go,
Hold on.
we wanted to wish you a happy birthday.
Oh, look at this, y'all. Hey.
I'm not gonna grace the people with my voice, but just know that we wish you happy birthday. Love you, and we hope that you enjoy your day. And it's
Oh,
only up from here.
thank you. Oh, no. Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you, baby.
Now
Oh,
you
see
gotta play
that?
candles out and make a wish.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you know what? Look, I blow my candles out in front of y'all. Let me tell you, right now, I thank you, dear Lord, for 43 years on this earth. And it's usually say you make a wish, you keep it to yourself. I'm not going to keep it to myself. Let me tell y'all this. I pray that the Panthers go out here and make the playoffs and beyond this season. That is my wish. All right. Hey, thank you, dear. Let me tell you. Hey, I know. Let me tell y'all this one thing right now. Right now. All right. If y'all ain't got y'all a good wife or a good spouse or a significant other, go get you one. I promise you. You won't be upset. All right. You won't be upset. If you got you one, cherish them. If you don't have you one, go get you one. Thank you, babe. I appreciate you. All right. Doug said Aggie pride all day, but happy and proud that you can. Man, why you had to say that, Doug? Leave that Aggie pride out there, man. And it was funny because he was going to A&T. He was going to A&T, and then Central swooped in. Central swooped in and offered them some more scholarship money. And we were like, well, hey, go go Eagles. Hey, Casey Reeves said, have a wonderful birthday. CJ getting ready for the road trip to Jacksonville this weekend. My first road game since 2017 or 18. Go Pan. Man, let me tell you, that's what's up. That's what's up. We went to Jacksonville last year for a friend of ours renewal service, wedding vow renewal service. And it was cool, And mind you, I hope that we do beat them, but I ain't gonna lie, the whole Duval thing where they yell that I do like, I think that's pretty cool. But it's funny though. The airport in Jacksonville got to be one of the smallest airports I have ever been to. One of the smallest. We walked out and was just like, and that was it. And I said, well, darn, I've never seen that before. But but thank you, Casey. Appreciate you. And Pop said that was on. Yeah, man. Yeah. Red velvet cupcakes. Let me see. No, I got a chocolate cupcake and two vanilla cupcakes with some red frosting on them. But yeah, man. Yep. Cha one. Hey, appreciate the $5 super chat. Y'all gonna make that man cry. Happy birthday. Hey, let me tell you, I ain't gonna lie. I've already been through my emotions once already this morning. I had to get myself together before I got on here and got online in front of all y'all. But thank you, Cha one. Appreciate you. Game Dreamer 58. Hey, thank you for the $10 super chat. Happy birthday, big dog. Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Look, now I got to remember what I was talking about. Oh, okay. The strengths and weaknesses. Okay. On offense, on offense, as last year, hopefully when he come back, I do think that our biggest strength is the offensive line. Okay. Um, I don't think we have any true, like, severely weak points on the offense. Like I said, I know a lot of people are like, hey, the quarterback, but I think Bryce is gonna go out there and do his thing this year. I do think we have a lot of talent in the wide receiver room. Tight end wise, Tommy Tremble is back. Okay, Tommy Tremble was the other guy who is no longer has the red jersey on for non-contact in practice. So Tommy Tremble is back. Jatavion Sanders. I think we got good talent there as well. Running back room. Let me tell you, shoot. Hell, the running back room might be the most talented room on the offense. You think about it, you got Chuba, you got Rico, you got Trevor Etienne. And let me tell you, I might not be the first one to say this, but I'm gonna say it. Watch out for Rico Dowdle this year. Okay. I think Rico Dowdle is going to go out there and do his damn thing this season. Okay. And I do feel like he won't be here next year, especially if he does his thing, somebody's gonna scoop him up because Carolina does have Jonathan Brooks waiting in the background to get right from his ACL injury. And then I think that's who we're going to go with forward, for next season. But hey, let me tell you, watch out for Rico Dowdle. I think he's going to have a special year this year. Chuba is still the man in the back, so he's still going to be the focal point. But I do think we're going to get a lot of explosive plays out of Rico. Okay. And Rico is even though I've given Chuba his praise about how he has been able to work on his hands since he's been in the NFL, but Rico is probably a better receiver even still than Chuba is right now. So, but we'll see. All right. Let me see if my man said that's beautiful, man. So y'all gonna make me cry. Oh, look, making true money. He said, man, I set the notification and went straight to sleep. Oh man, hey, look, at least you got it this time, dog. At least you got it this time, man. Revolutionary Poetry said the O line is the best unit on the offense. Yes, I agree. I agree. I agree. Now when it comes to the defensive side of the ball, okay, when it comes to the defensive side of the ball, I think our strength, which was probably our weakness last year, but I think from what we've done in the draft and in free agency, I think the strength of the defense right now is the defensive line. Okay. With the healthy Derek Brown, you got Ashawn Robinson, you got Bobby Brown the third in the middle. Okay. And again, like I said, I always think Shy Tuttle was playing out of position. So I'm not going to talk straight trash about Shy Tuttle. And shout out to him. He went signed with the Titans. Okay. So shout out to him. But we have Nick Scorton, Pat Jones, then we have I'm sorry, DJ Wanham, Pat Jones, and we have Nick Scorton and Prince Umar. So I do think that the run game and the pressure on the opposing quarterback will take a definite big step in the right direction this year from last season. Okay. Now, secondly, I think our secondary is probably right is behind our defensive line. Okay. And with the defensive line, I include the outside linebackers in with them. Okay. But now secondary, we have J.C. Horn, Mike Jack, then we have Shaw Smith Wade, the undrafted free agent out of Louisville, Corey Thornton. I think is going to pay dividends a lot more than some people may think, because that was another position group I was worried about past J.C. Horn and Mike Jackson and Shaw Smith Wade. So it is good to have somebody, some depth. And I think we could do with more depth. Okay. But I do like I do like him being able to show what he can do in the preseason. You know what I mean? And he didn't look lost out there. He didn't look like, he wasn't getting beat every other play. So shout out to Corey Thornton. Okay. Um, the safety group. I think we got some good safeties. To be honest with you, I think we have good safeties. Trayvon Merrick, Lathan Ransom, Damani Richardson. And I'm not calling Nick Scott terrible, but I would rather him be a backup. Okay, I would much rather him be a backup. I think we do have good safeties. It's just that, like I said, Nick Scott is on Evero's guy, and he knows the defense and all whatever. You know what I mean? I mean, hell, if you give me you give me a pack of Red Bulls in the playbook, shit, I can learn defense too. Yeah, you know what I mean? Give me a few days. But and I say that jokingly. I say that jokingly. Do not take me serious when I say that. All right. Hey, making true money. Appreciate the $2 super chat. Say happy birthday, big dog. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate you. But I think our secondary is probably right there, behind our defensive line up front as far as strength. To me, probably the weakest position that we have on the defense, inside linebacker. Okay. And no shade on Trevin Wallace and Christian Roseboom. But my thing with Trevin Wallace is he was thrown in the fire last year. I think it, was meant for him to sit back and wait. Learn under Josie Jewell, learn under Shaq Thompson. Shaq Thompson got hurt. I think he got thrown in too quickly. This year, Josie Jewell was supposed to lead this inside linebacker group, but he is not. Josie Jewell had concussions and can't get over it, and he stepped away. So now you got Roseboom, who they picked up from the Rams, and now we got Trevin Wallace. Now, the thing with Roseboom, I do like, okay, if you look at Roseboom's tape, Roseboom sees a man with the ball. Roseboom is out. He is gone. Okay, he is gone. He is going to make, and he's a pretty good tackler. He is going to make that tackle. He is out, and he's going to get that guy on the ground. He had over 100 something tackles last season. Okay, Trevin Wallace. If you look at his tape from last year, I think it was a lot of situations where either he was in the wrong spot or somebody else did him wrong, and they were in the wrong spot. And Trevin Wallace was put in a position where it's like, okay, it's two things I got to cover here. Which one do I take? Things like that. But where I do think they lack the most is we got to see how they look in coverage. Okay, we got to see how they look in coverage, and in them in tandem with the defensive line. Okay, can the defensive line make a stand up front, and can these inside linebackers fill these gaps to make tackles in the running game? Okay, because it's great if you're a defensive lineman, your outside linebackers can stuff the run, the line of scrimmage. All right, but if you're a defensive lineman, hold up that offensive line, it's your inside linebackers' responsibility to step up in those holes and make those tackles. Okay, can they keep that gap integrity? Can they have right eye discipline? In play action and in third down situations. So that's my thoughts on the defense and the offense as far as our strengths and weaknesses. Okay, all right. Palmetto Money said if DN can set the edge, we'll be okay again. The run, okay against the run, but we just can't overcompensate too much against the run and suffer against the pass. This is true. This is very true. But we've got to get to the point. Okay, we got to get to the point where teams are not hella confident and like, okay, bet we're gonna go out there and run the ball first and second down, and we know we're gonna end up in like 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. That was the case last year. A lot of times they got first downs, but I think the Panthers were averaging 4 yards before they made contact past the line of scrimmage with running backs last year, if I'm not mistaken. 4 yards. Okay. 4 yards. But you can see in a lot of games, the line of scrimmage, it wasn't like, the defensive line was even holding up at all. The offensive lineman will push, and it was just going backwards for the most part. Not every play, but for the most part. But yeah, if we can establish early that the 2025 Carolina Panthers, you are not going to run on us like you did last year, I think that would definitely, help this team out. Okay. And then, maybe Evero can scheme up something, maybe turn this parking lot defense into, maybe hell, maybe a parking lot space defense or something. Maybe something a little bit shorter. But like I said, it's what we shall see. We shall see. If we can put pressure on QB, our DBs will shine. Yeah, that's true. I take it back to the Giants team that first Eli team that won the Super Bowl. Their front seven was crazy. Their front seven was absolutely crazy. Their secondary was not anything to shrug your shoulders at, but it wasn't anything to write home with either. But Strahan and them boys, they got to the quarterback. Okay, they put pressure on and led them all the way to the Super Bowl. So yeah. Stevie the Bull, what's going on? So we just signed Hunter and put Coker on what? Hey, wait, hold on. What? Hold up. Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. Hunter Renfro is back and Coker is on the IR? Oh my God. Said what happened to Coker? I don't know. Stevie said why? Hey, tell me where you heard this from, Stevie. Doug said it's almost headgear election from Lee Corso. College game day will never be the same. Yes, it sure is. It sure. And I'm glad. Oh man, yep, just broke. I'll be damn. Wow. Oh wow. Uh, Pat, no lacking. I like that. Hey, appreciate you, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. Oh, dust all over Twitter now. Hey, look, my wife said, not unc. Yeah, hey, look, am my uncle status now? Y'all can call me unc. I'm an old man now. I'll take it. All right, well, cool beans, y'all. Cool beans. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here so I can try and catch this headgear here with Lee Corso, and I get everybody else out of here so we can enjoy a great day of college football. Again, I thank everybody for joining me. I thank you all for the kind words, wishing me a happy birthday. Thank you for all the super chats. I appreciate the love and the support. Hey, and again, the link for the Fantasy Football League is in the chat. Okay, I got 7 spots to fill. If I can get to 10. Okay, if I can get to 10, we good to go. I'll go ahead and schedule a draft for sometime this week before Thursday. Okay, but y'all click the link if y'all want to join the football league. At this point, hey, whoever just want to join, come on in and join. The only thing I ask is that if you join, make sure you play and set your lineups every week. Okay, just so somebody's out there. Don't get nobody no easy wins. All right. But yeah, man. But like I said again, thank you. Hey, peace out, Wiley. Hey, QJ, what's up, QJ? Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate you. 9 down all the time. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. All right. But yes, but before there are 90 of y'all watching across 3 different platforms. Please make sure y'all hit that like button on Facebook and on X. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button on YouTube. I appreciate all the love and support. You can catch me on all social media at Armchair GMCJ. Okay, and on my birthday, y'all, I'm gonna leave y'all with 3 things. Number 1, y'all be good. Number 2, y'all be safe. And number 3, as always, Panther Nation, keep pounding, man. I love every single one of y'all. I'll see you.